Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you a build that used to beat the final boss fight again, both two phases. But then I mean both Stone Monkey and Broken Shell in one go basically. So this build works very well for me. I'm going to share it with you. Basically it's a good balance around survivability and damage. And kind of try to cover the areas where people fail generally. And try to, you know, create a build that is all around good. If you go in this direction which is bad, you got it covered. If you go in another direction which is bad, you're gonna get covered. Also gonna use thrust stance with the knives, which is very good against this fight, especially when the boss can at certain points can just vanish. And there's also a way to really punish the boss in various ways, which I'm gonna show you in this video. So let's begin. Alright, so let's go over the different options. So that's what I have here. The 3-point double-edged spear, the reason for that, good crit, good attack of course, in the forceful thrust, which is very good in this fight. I'm going to show you of course in a moment. Good damage, you can even stagger, and basically you are safe distance hitting the boss and allows you to even evade attacks and reposition. Very good against both stages of the fight. Alright, the win here again with the two monkeys, but again it's just very good overall. Even if you decide to use it as emergency, this is for extra defense, and also you can actually kind of interrupt boss attacks when you actually activate it, so it's very good. Here I'm going with the set of 3. The reason for that is again combination of defense, increased mana, critical hit chance, as you can see. So I'm taking this one, we're going to take the 3 other parts, I'm going to sit here, defense, critical hit chance, defense, maximum mana, and critical hit chance. So again, it's a combination of different things for both defense and offense that works very well. And this is kind of a patch for those who are low. You can have this one basically using the unique effect. When your health is low, slowly recovers a small amount of health. In the water, the effect is enhanced. I don't need the entire set because it's a unique effect for this particular robe armor. So basically I'm just benefiting from it by using it. So equip me just this type of item. Now of course if you get it upgraded, even better. Yeah, curious. Yeah, I have just 3 here. This is from a previous save that didn't unlock the other one. So basically we're going to go with increased attack. Once again it's a combination both defense and attack. Here we're going to go defense. And this is chill. Basically I haven't upgraded the part that reduces chill in the skill tree. But basically it allows you to, even if you get a stun with the chill, so it won't be that prolonged or it takes more time for you to get the chill. So basically it's a good alternative to just patch this thing so it won't actually get you killed. So you can actually still avoid getting hit or not get even chilled in many situations. The gourd going 10 zips, but make sure to roll when you take it because you're going to be impaired. Your movement you're going to be impaired. So the moment you take it, roll immediately. So it kind of cancel that. So it's a very good one and you need it. Supreme Guard, 10 zips is amazing. Also with the Bee Mountain, it allows me to consume zip with a chance to not consume it at all. Now regarding the skill tree, well, it's not fully optimized because I forgot to add one thing, but basically going stamina, martial arts, here in terms of survivability, going maximum mana and increased attack. Again, I told you it's a combination of both having high mana, high defense, and high attack as well. We're going to go thrust stance here, again because this is synergizes with our weapon. Class F for SOS button and extra damage. Plaque of Many, I didn't forget to actually get to the last one. Although this is not the main thing here in this build, but it's very useful. Now use Azure Dome is absolutely amazing. If you can even more points and you want to upgrade into the tree to extend it, it's insane. Just make sure to avoid attacks. I'm going to talk about it in the gameplay. Alright, so what I use when it comes to relics, you can see here, increased critical hit damage, perfect dodge, temporary increased attack, damage bonus upon casting a spell, ability to increase healing even more for each equip soak, and massively reduce stamina when using the heavy attack, which you're going to use quite a lot of course. Yeah, I'm not going to show the entire fight, but I'm going to show the highlights and explain. So basically, when we fight against this boss, again, he's really not biggie. You can easily avoid his attack, but the idea is that to find opportunity to attack with the thrust attack, as you're going to see here in a moment. You see, I'm getting now back. Look at that. And attack. So basically, again, light, heavy, and heavy again to... heavy while using the light. And heavy again after. You get a bit back and you attack with the knives. So really good distance to do, whatever you like. Evade, reposition, etc. Now, because the animation is pretty fast, it's not long, you can easily evade upcoming attacks. With some of the other ones, like the pillar, for example, you can get punished by it if you're already executing the attack animation. So this is why this one is actually very good. Keep in mind, if you're going to be low, you're going to heal, but you can still synergize as well if you're low and you need to heal, to also use your Ring of Fire, which heals you as well, and then you can get to full pretty quickly without actually using Gourd. Now, because the Gourd is very useful because you have a chance to not consume it and also consume a lot, 60%, it's better to save it just in case you really need it and you're out of the other options. But one of the best way to actually deal damage to the boss when he's kind of doing his crazy attacks like that, when he's centralizing on the ground, is to be aggressive and go towards him. This is a great way to deal lots of damage. You can get hit, but you can put the ring there. Nonetheless, it's very, very good to be aggressive and even get hit, but take the opportunity to deal damage. Otherwise, you don't have a lot of opportunities. Alright, second stage. Now in the second stage, you can just go Ring of Fire close to him rather than trying to avoid his attacks if you're not confident with him. So that's what I do. Interrupt and continue attacking. So I can both interrupt and take the opportunity to deal damage. When he does this crazy thing, just get away from it and wait for the last attack and dodge. Here, by the way, you can better get closer and or try to time it right, or get outside in the outer circle to avoid getting hit by the chill. Now you can see how good the thrust knives are. Look at that. He's gonna evade, but the thrust is gonna get him. And because the animations are relatively fast, I'll be able to both deal damage and evade getting hit. Or in this particular case, I should have rolled, but I didn't. I could have. Now you're gonna see, by the way, the chill. I'm gonna be inside. You see, but it's not that long, so I can actually evade it because of the courier that I used. Here, just time the opportunity to evade. When he throws it, roll. Alright, when he splits, use your duplication. Of course, we also have the Might, which is ready for us, transformation, just in case we need it. It's going to be very useful here in this fight. Now, usually when he does that, always try to get out. And basically they're not really attacking, they're attacking together sometimes in terms of the elements, but directly you, they're not going to attack directly you at the same time. So now you can see that with the elements, with the resistance, I can actually get out of it relatively fast, although I was frozen. And the ability to heal and dodge immediately so not to get impaired. So you see it's relatively short. Now I'm going to heal and roll right after so I don't get impaired. Now when using transformation, evade attacks, really, you can so benefit from high damage here, so make sure to do it. And if you have already one focus point event, just execute the heavy to stun them, to deal extra damage, and to heal as well. But again, you're already on time, because again, this is not upgraded, I'm not using anything extra here to extend the duration of the might, so this one can survive longer. Still, it's very, very good in terms of survivability and damage. Now you can see that I have the wind and actually save it here. Because if I use the wind with the plaques, they kind of push them away and the plaques try to run away and try to get them. It's not really working that well unless you corner them at the corner, both of them, and that can work very well, both for you again if they are close together. But in most situations, it's not the case. Alright, again you can see the freeze. So it's not super long. It's probably with the resistance is half long. So even if I do it twice, I get twice, I can still react in time. Even if he did this crazy attack after, I was able to react. So this extra resistance really helps. So again, you can actually see that while making mistakes, there are lots of things that covers these mistakes, so it won't be lethal. Now you can actually see here when I get low, it's gonna have to heal, but I decided not to wait for it. You see it's healing now. I need to get to 50%, but I didn't want to take the chances, so I healed. Here you can see I'm being aggressive when he hits the ground, because I know it's an opportunity to deal lots of damage, so I'm going in. I'm going to finish the attack, by the way, because it doesn't interrupt the attack. And then try to get out. Yep. Again, he's on the ground. I'm going forward. You see relatively short duration, which considering the fight, the timed attack, you know, is very, very useful. So even if you get a bit stunned, it's not a biggie. And basically I made plenty of mistakes here in this fight. It was actually in the morning, I was really out of pace. But even then, I was able to survive well, because all these things kind of patch out together nicely. Of course, when I'm more, let's say, concentrated and do much less mistakes, it's going to be much, much easier. Again, so this build might take you a bit longer, but it makes sure that, you know, covers all the different areas that you might fail in these phases, in these two boss fights. And again, it works well for both stages of the boss fight. Now, let's go to the second boss. Now this boy is pretty aggressive, and the good thing is that if you have the distance with the thrust, it's actually very good against him. But you need to learn to avoid some of the moves, of course, because he's going to be pretty aggressive with his attacks. And the knives are amazing, also interrupt the boss as you can see, and you can deal it for a bit far, so you don't have to be super close to the boss to trigger some of his crazy combo melee attacks. Now when he does the golden evasion, always go back. Don't interact with it, you see? Go back, because it's gonna explode. You see? He has kind of a like the cloud step with the exploding ones, but he's exploding, you know, something similar like that. It works the same. So if it happens, you see gold, just don't attack back. Now I recommend finding near your ring of fire if you use it, because again you're going to charge focus points each second, which is very useful, so you can just continue attacking it, because you need the heavy attacks to do the best, right? To be able to use the knives, and so it's better to, again, if you're already using it, you can actually stun the boss a bit if you do it, but also take advantage of the charging of the focus points, and healing, of course. Now if you stay in the ring, you're going to enjoy its benefits if you stay a bit longer, so try to take advantage of that so you don't have to stay inside the ring, but if you stay enough, you're going to enjoy the benefits while outside of the ring, which is great. Now look at that, trying to attack, it goes shadow, cloud step. Try to attack and do it again. You see, the damage is just crazy with the knives. By the way, prioritize defense when he does the combo. Forget about attacking. Let him exhaust his combo and then attack. Alright, second phase for this boss. Now basically I was conservative in the first phase, which I recommend you do so as well. Now I'm going to use everything. So basically the wind, because it's close to basically the corner. Sometimes when he's in the middle and on the other side I won't do it. But I know I can actually corner him against the rocks and I can deal good damage. And also you can see the duplicates. Get the stun as I told you. The moment I really need it, it's there. Remember, continue attacking with the light attacks because just extend the duration of the duplicates. Now I use the Cloud Step for SOS as I told you, so I can actually heal without being interrupted or dying and changing into transformation. You can see that I heal there when I use the heavy. So try to charge first. When you have even one, just continue going in heavy attack. You see that interruption with the heavy? But prioritize, by the way, evading. But be aggressive because again, you're on basic time with him. Now again, if you upgraded this part of transformation a lot, you're gonna enjoy more, of course, and gonna need more damage and less damage taken. And overall, if you have enough, it's good. But by this time, and considering this build, I wouldn't go with it. Now you can see the thrust. I'm actually hitting the boss after he does the Cloud Step. See, because he's behind it, so I can still hit him, which is great. And again, you can see here that I forgot to roll, so my movement is impaired. It kind of caught me off guard, but again, I forgot to roll. So make sure to roll right after you use it. Here, by the way, you can actually, when he climbs up, you can actually deflect it. I didn't have it in this build. But you can also, by the way, if you do the heavy attack, you can just interrupt it and you just fall down. Alright, moving a bit further into the fight. One thing I recommend, by the way, if you see that it's too static, it's not moving a lot, you can just charge your attack and when it try to charge you, activate it. Like I'm doing here. Because the moment he won't try to avoid you is when he tries to attack you. So if you can charge it, your heavies, and again, as much as you can just activate it at the right time and deal damage. Yeah, basically just for the finisher. So as you can see, I like tons of mistake, right? And basically if I'm more concentrated, I will make like 50% less. But even with that, I was able to finish everything in just one go. And considering this situation, the build really helped me out, kind of solving some of the issues that I had when I'm not concentrated and I'm not performing my best, still being able to finish both boss fights in a single run. Both fights against the Stone Monkey, and again against the Sage Broken Shell. As you can see, it's not active. I'm just charging and attacking and getting the kill. And that's it. It works very well. Considering the situation and all the mistakes and my concentration, it works so well. That's why I recommend using this build. And for you, it's going to be much, much easier. I'm pretty sure, considering my situation when I actually fought against him early in the morning and really not on top of my game. Still, I was able to go in one go, finish all of them. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Give a like if you find this one useful. Thanks for everybody who subscribe. Make sure to press the bell button to get notified when I publish new guides. And also check my other guides, all Black Myth Wukong on my channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers.